Being one of the top salesmen at Edge Homes, who builds a ton of homes a year, and we'll get into those statistics. What kind of incentives are they doing? Did they do it on a month-to-month basis, or are they doing a year-end type of product? What's going on with Edge right now as far as incentives for buyers?
Yeah, so it's honestly basically like any business. Every month they're seeing like, okay, where do we need to be at like over the last 15 years that Edge has been in business? Like for example, January, February, March are generally really busy months for us, whereas like June, July, and August are generally really slow. So they kind of see, okay, like how many homes do we need to be at this month? And they reevaluate every week. And so we'll see like, hey, if they're wanting to offload a little more inventory, we'll see those incentives go up to nine. Like right now we're at 9%.
Wow,
Absolutely. Yeah.
9%. So 9% seller concessions.
Yep.
So let's just break that down. Let's just take a $400,000 loan or purchase price. And I don't know your purchase prices because you've got a bunch of different communities, but at 400,000, 9% is $36,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And so,
incredible.
and apps, and yeah, exactly. And so sometimes you'll see that like, so I believe it was September, we dropped it to 7% because we're like, hey, look, we're busier. We're outselling how many homes we're building, so we're going to drop it. Well, in December, everyone's on the holidays. We're like, well, if there are people out looking, we want to make sure that those people are buying Edge homes. So let's
Maximize it.
raise it back up to 9. Um, but yeah, it's crazy. And generally, what people do with it is, I mean, as you know, loan officer, you can't use all 9% to do like rate buy down. You can't
Right.
do $36,000 in rate incentive
No, no,
generally.
no. But still, 9%. I mean, I just was kind of looking at rates a little bit earlier today on, both ARMs, FHA, and some conventional. But if, the average rate is around six and a quarter or something like that, $36,000 goes an awful long way for a buy down. And granted, there's a cap on how much you can do. And then closing costs to boot. So, I mean, I would assume most clients right now with that kind of incentive are really coming in with maybe a $500 earnest money. I mean, you guys obviously collect more up front because you want to tie them in to make sure that they go through with the transaction. But still, they're not coming in with a ton of money.
No, and I do a lot of, I mean, if you're coming in with 5%, generally what I'm seeing is that's what you're bringing. You're not bringing any money. Like generally now, some people want to do like different stuff. I've actually done a ton of 0% loans this year, like with the Utah first time home buyer stuff like
Right.
that. Those I've seen
Utah
a
housing
lot of,
thing.
yeah, zero money down loans, which is kind of crazy. Like
And
I
that's the $450,000 new construction and below, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
and
the
it's
new
kind of
first
weird
time
when you
home
see
buyer
the
doesn't work
zero.
over that. Yeah,
Yeah, when
that's
you see the
incredible.
zero on the CD, it's kind of wild. I'm like, I didn't even know. It's like, you think about like the 0% down, like you go buy a mattress or maybe a vehicle, you see 0% down, but not a house.
Not a house. And houses are expensive. There's no doubt about it. So you guys work in a lot of different communities. Do you have any idea off the top of your head how many homes Edge builds on an annual basis?
Generally, we will sell about 1,200.
About 1,200 houses. That's a
1,200.
lot of houses.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're
100
doing
houses
this
a
year.
month is a ton of houses.
Yeah, exactly. And it, like I said, it fluctuates. In January, we're gonna do well, we're gonna try to do 170, but in June we might only do 60 or 70 because people are on vacation. Yeah, roughly 1,200. That will fluctuate. Sometimes we're at 13, 1,400, and then our lowest year was that year that the interest rates spiked up, and I think we did about 1,050.
Okay. So as rates have been coming down over the last, 3, 4 months, and of course, anytime the Fed says, "Oh, let's lower rates," we see a spike in rates, and it's happened the last two times. This third time, it actually didn't. Rates kind of moderated and have stayed the same. Although over the last couple of weeks, I've seen them edging up just a little bit. When that happens, when rates start to drop down a little bit, are these incentives going away possibly?
Yeah, well, I mean, it completely depends on the demand. Like when people start coming in groves, we almost like a weekly basis. Once we see people start coming, those incentives start coming down.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like I've seen them drop it from 9% to 5% in that week just because we're like, well, this is a busy time of year. There's a lot of people coming out. We're dropping it down a little bit.
So what you're saying, and let's look right at the screen here right now. What you're saying to the consumer is if you want to buy a house, Edge Homes is offering a 9% concession. Get your keister into the sales office. Call Craig, he'll drive you out. We'll meet with Riley. We'll go through all the options and let's go get you a house.
Absolutely. Yeah, and those
Right?
incentives can drop anytime. As soon as people start coming to buy houses again, those incentives are going away for sure.
Wow, but seriously, 9% seller concessions that goes towards closing costs or help with the buy down of a rate is unheard of. I don't know any other builder in the entire state that's doing that. That's pretty incredible.